Hello and welcome to Cargo Masterminds, our weekly Monday show where I interview air cargo and logistic leaders to find out how their organizations are doing things differently at a time of severe global health, economic, and social crisis to keep the supply chain alive and moving. My name is Reggie John. 2020 has been a very revealing year for the air cargo industry. The pandemic brought the world to its knees. We learned what our strengths and weaknesses are. While the world realized the importance of its reliance on air cargo for all things critical and essential so strikingly, the air cargo industry itself for once felt the load it was carrying to fulfill the surging demands of its customers and consumers. I must say that the world is still on its knees as the pandemic continues to devastate lives and livelihood in different parts of the world. That calls for air cargo industry to carry on with its innovation and transformation to address the constantly changing demands of its customers. With access to belly cargo capacity continues to be so thin because the return of passenger flights is so slow, the air cargo market today, after a year of turmoil, is looking for stability and predictability in cargo capacity. It has recognized the importance of dedicated cargo carriers and how critical they are to global trade, commerce, and by the way, even to deal with the pandemic. My guest today represents a company that is uniquely positioned to offer what the current air cargo market demands. The group has 3 dedicated cargo airlines. Its fleet boasts of the world's heavyweight flying equipment. It has the biggest fleet of Antonov 124s in operation. It has the biggest fleet of Illusion IL-76s. It has one of the biggest fleets of Boeing 747s and has quite a few Boeing 737s. I'm talking about Volga-Dnepr Group, which calls itself as the cargo supermarket because it offers the one-stop shopping destination for customers united under the strength of its 3 airlines, Volga-Dnepr Airlines, Airbridge Cargo Airlines, and Atran Airlines under one group. I'm so privileged to have Konstantin Vekshin, Chief Commercial Officer of Volga-Dnepr Group, as my guest today in Cargo Masterminds. And I asked him how he is leading the process of transformation at Volga-Dnepr Group in this difficult time to live up to what it calls the cargo supermarket. Konstantin, welcome to Cargo Masterminds.
Thank you, Reggie, and thanks a lot for a very precise introduction and the summary of what is going on right now, what has been going on for a while now. And yes, we have been dealing with all those challenges, and they've been part of our transformation process. In all honesty, 2020 was a test for us, and technically speaking, we were very well prepared for that test on the one hand. On the other hand, we, like many others, many players in this industry, so we had some lessons to learn. But we we came to that test last year, and it took our entire history, 30 years of operations, to be fully prepared for a test as such. And I need to tell you that it was part of our DNA to react to a crisis as such in the manner we did. But at the same time, things that we were not very well prepared for. I mean, I don't think anybody was prepared for some of those challenges that we do not talk enough about these days. It's how our frontliners, our pilots, our technicians had to deal with all that. So yes, we reacted quickly and we did our best, again, especially working like all of us remotely. But our pilots, all those people who are still on the front line, they were exposed. They're still exposed now, even though we're taking a good care of our pilots right now. But things that we had to deal with, all those bottlenecks and exposure to a lot of unknown, that was, I think, the biggest challenge for all of us.
Have things changed now? Are you in a better position to deal with the challenges that you have today?
Oh yeah, like I said, we learned a lot of lessons all the way from how to move our crews around, how to deal with all those restrictions in various countries, and basically with no exception, every country we had to deal with, every country that we fly into, we had to make our adjustments. Now, having been doing it for over a year now, of course, we're much better prepared. We know what the expectations are. We know that we are in the position to better protect our crew members in every country, but still, again, they're on the front lines. I mean, and as an industry, I don't think we talk enough about, and we all of us need to tell our people, our frontliners, hats off, our friends and colleagues, because you did such a great job being exposed as you've been.
If I were to ask you to pick up some of the highlights in terms of the challenges that you faced in the last 12 months, 13 months, and also some of the successes that you came across, what would be your choice?
Let me start with the success stories, and we take great pride in the fact that we were able to help. We were able to help to people around the world, and we're very proud of the fact that we were able to deliver very important cargo, not just masks, equipment, materials, and everything else that saved people's lives around the world. That's, I think, our biggest success story, and this is what we are always ready to do, but especially last year when we had to deal with so many projects, so many challenges at the same time, and I think we never failed anybody even once. And dealing with all those restrictions in various countries, I think we did a great job, even planning and pre-planning how to deal with all those bottlenecks. And we're still dealing with those bottlenecks almost on a weekly basis, even today. So, but I think, again, since it's part of our DNA to react quickly, to move around quickly, whether it's 747s or Antonovs. So we were very well prepared. And again, with the help of our entire company, and especially those people, our crews who are still on the front line. So we were able to deliver those very sensitive loads of cargo shipments and never failed anyone. And I think, so this is what we know how to do best, and we never disappointed anybody.
Let's talk about your products and services, addressing some of the very specific industry segments: healthcare, aerospace, automotive, e-commerce, high-tech, oil and gas, fashion. How did these verticals perform through the pandemic? Which ones did well and which ones did not do well?
Yes, I mean, all those industries, there are traditional customers, and it's part of our business, a little bit of everything that you've said. But again, pandemic had a great impact on all of us. Our personal lives, on our businesses, on everything. And of course, it affected our customers. Yes, we were able to see slowdown in some industries, some unusual behavior from others. But overall, I mean, people had to continue to transact business. So people had to do something. People had to survive. And I want to say everybody were successful in regrouping, staying in business, again, transforming their platforms, their businesses. Overall, we didn't feel much to the extent of how things were arranged in 2020. So we didn't see significant changes, but other than some slowdowns here and there. So all of our traditional customers, they were around. Of course, the focus was on healthcare for obvious reasons, and which is great. And we will continue to stay focused on healthcare and related industries. But other industries, again, with some deviations here and there. So they were part of our business. They remained true and loyal customers of ours. So this is basically, again, another area we're very proud of providing our services to our traditional groups of customers. And again, we take great pride again that hopefully we didn't disappoint anybody under those very difficult conditions and various pressing issues.
Are you seeing volumes back to pre-COVID levels, at least in some of the key verticals, maybe apart from the healthcare, pharma?
It's picking up. It's picking up. And some industries, obviously, they need to catch up with the markets, their industries. So we believe it's picking up. It's picking up, and the trade is in place. So again, we see a lot of cargo moving, lots and lots of various components of various industries. So they need to move things around and they need to get them delivered quickly without any delays. So this is why it's the air freight time. It's the air freight business right now.
Could you give us a sense of the growth in terms of volume and revenue quarter over quarter, and how was the performance in 2020? I'm sure it must have been a good year for you.
Well, of course, like for any other airline, I'm sure any other player of our air cargo industry. So we saw a lot of growth. I mean, substantial amount of growth in the area of healthcare. And we all know that we all had to move PPE in quantities that were unprecedented. So it's just in this case, in some cases, we doubled our volumes of business. In some cases, like I said, because of certain slowdowns, so we saw some changes. But overall, I think it was a wash. In some cases, again, we added when it comes to healthcare. In some instances, for obvious reasons, we saw some decrease in business. But again, overall, towards the end of 2020, I want to say we were almost back to normal as far as our normal way of doing business. And the good indication of that is that we've been staying sold out, serving all of our customers, serving all of the industries and the industries that need to move things around quickly because of various new problems that took place because of, again, obvious reasons, not enough belly cargo. Nobody wants to take any chances with that. So, and again, everybody counts on air freight, dedicated air cargo operators like never before.
How optimistic are you about your cargo charter solutions, and going forward, do you expect to have a huge demand for charters, scheduled and ad hoc, with the capacity likely to remain constrained for such a long time?
We are, in this case, our optimism is built on the fact that we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing, and again, we remain to be very well positioned for the existing requirements of the markets. And we have been very flexible. We know what our customers need right now. And mainly, again, our customers need predictability. Our customers need consistency in our service. Our customers, for lack of a better word, they need schedules. I mean, they need our commitment, our dedication to services that, again, everybody's businesses depend upon now. So in this case, it's the quality that we need to stay focused on. It's the quality and our dedication to our commitments in terms of our performance. All those magic numbers, OTP related and the DAP related, those are the things that our customers are concerned about more than anything else, because again, they have their own commitments, and we appreciate them, we respect them. And this is the key in our efforts right now, no matter what we do and how we operate, whether we're talking about scheduled services or ad hoc flights, everybody wants precision and quality. So, and this is what we're planning on doing.
Among your products and services and among the industries that you service, what do come as top of your priority list in this year, apart from pharmaceutical healthcare?
Again, the bulk of the market right now, as we all see right now, e-commerce. But by e-commerce, we may be implying several different things. But again, the situation is as such: the quantities of cargo that need to fly and be moved around, they're unprecedented. So in this case, we understand very well for our customers, for shippers, for freight forwarding organizations. Again, for them, any piece of cargo is important because they have their own customers, they have their own commitments. And for them, every kilo of cargo, no matter which specifics we may be talking about, that 1 kilo cargo needs to fly. And in this case, again, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's healthcare, whether it's electronics, brand new products on the market that needs to be delivered to people buying stuff online right now faster and in larger quantities than ever before. So our ultimate goal is to make sure that whatever shipment we have to fly, we fly it as soon as we can, because we know that there's no cargo right now that does not have any insignificance. So everything is important. I mean, everything needs to fly and everything needs to be delivered, especially now, because people pay for that. People pay premium prices. Customers of our customers, manufacturers, they have their own deadlines they need to meet, and we're trying to be very mindful of that.
Let's come to your fleet and to your concept called the cargo supermarket, because of the diverse mix of aircraft that you have in your fleet across 3 airlines, and your ability and the flexibility and agility to kind of turn on capacity as the demand comes in, and your ability to kind of customize solutions for your customers, plug and play solutions, package solutions. Tell us about how you and your team actually looks at some of these things, and the reason why your customers will come back to you again and again to make sure that they have a solution that's ready with you.
Well, this concept, that's a great question, Reggie. And this concept worked out very well for us. And we were able to demonstrate the implementation of that concept, especially in this coronavirus environment, which we were able to deal with because of that cargo supermarket so successfully, because we offered various solutions based on, again, we were running out of our 747s capacity last year. At the same time, we were able to offer Antonovs basically at the same time, even though it was a lot more complicated to manage basically the same infrastructure, the same logistics. So having to deal with cargo that normally gets to fly on 747s as opposed to Antonov. But we were able to offer options, and to the extent that, again, in some cases we were able to offer 737s and 737 based solutions, again, to react to all those very urgent needs flying PPE around last year. So, and now, again, we normally think, even if it's an outsized piece of cargo, there are ways to fly, something of significant size on the 747. If there is a way for us to help cut costs for our customers, so we offer various solutions. Or just doing part charters, doing additional support on the ground, whether it's 747 or Antonov 124s. And again, our focus right now is on being more of a consultant, trying to help and optimize supply chains for our customers. So we're trying to offer solutions, especially now, by the way, when we are dealing with the transportation of vaccine. So, and given our accumulated experience in the pharmaceuticals, the transportation of pharmaceuticals, so we are in the position to provide the best solutions when it comes to airplanes, when it comes to meeting various requirements, temperature-related requirements, supporting them during the first mile transportation or last mile. So in this case, we would love to continue to promote this concept so that the perception is as such when customer doesn't have to think too much into it. When our customer has a shipment, they just need to understand, okay, there is this one group of companies, Volga-Dnepr, so they offer this beautiful concept of cargo supermarket. So let me give them whatever I have, let them worry about whatever means of transportation they will offer. So, and this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to offer this package, and we're trying to optimize costs and headache, if you will, for our customers. So, and it's part of our day-to-day job now, which all of our colleagues welcoming, and it's exciting. It's exciting to create that service, combining various solutions.
You inducted the first Boeing 777 production freighter last year into your fleet, and it has been doing commercial operations. When do we see more of capacity added to your fleet? Are more 777 freighters likely to be added? Would you mind having a few more aircraft in your fleet now?
We would love to, but for us, it's more of a learning curve right now. It seems to be a great airplane. It's a nice addition for our fleet, but at the same time, it's a new chapter for us that we started to read. So again, since we've been flying one type of airplanes for essentially 15 years, and that's our first 777, so we're getting used to it, but so far so good. We understand that this airplane has a very specific area of application, 2 engines versus 4 engines, so we're beginning to see benefits of that as well. We understand this airplane may have a great future, given that it's going to be a lot more friendly in terms of environmental concerns. In this sense, we're already seeing a lot of benefits, and this airplane offers additional flexibilities. And again, it's a new airplane for us. Seems to be very reliable too. So we would welcome the idea to operate more, but for us, again, we need to get used to this airplane a little better. So I think it's only a matter of time. So technically speaking, we would be very well prepared for additional airplanes in the very near future.
Do you have all your Antonov 124s back in operation after it was grounded some time back?
Yes, great question, Reggie. We have everything back in business. We performed all the service directives. We are flying as safe as ever. So we're flying again, same missions, and our customers very happy with our support. And again, when we had to ground our fleet for obvious reasons, and again, we never felt sorry about our decision. That was a very timely and necessary thing for us to do. And surprisingly, we got all the support in the world. I mean, everybody, all of our customers, they understood it. They appreciated our decision, even though, again, it was a painful thing for us to do that at the very end of last year. You know, I mean, when you ground everything in December for the whole month. So, I mean, you can figure out the rest. But our customers made their peace very quickly with this decision, and it actually supported us quite a bit. The thing that we appreciate more than anything else, our customers, all of them with no exception, they were so professional about the attitude towards our decision. Now they believe basically that, again, Volga-Dnepr, we know that you worship safety, basically. You know what you're doing. And whatever you did back in December, no matter how painful it was, we still appreciate your decision because you are such a professional company. That's, I think, I mean, and if nothing else, that was a very serious thing for us to think about in the future. So it just goes to show that it's not just cost, it's not just quality, it's something else that our customer, the industry in general, cares about. So it's the safety. It's the foundation. It's the most important, the fundamental part of our business, which we don't want to lose sight of and never forget about. And I think together with our customers, we did a great job getting out of that crisis.
That's so nice to hear. In fact, I happened to see the pictures and the news about one of your Antonov landing in, I think, in Perth in Australia a few days back, or was it yesterday? I just happened to see.
Yeah, we are back in business all over the place again. Happy to deal with any cargo, and providing a lot of support right now. Essentially staying sold out as well.
Okay, coming to a next question on the status of your plans to expand your operations to key markets like India, Africa, Latin America, where the shipments are actually on the increase. I've also know that some time back, about a year and a half back, your team was actually looking at or coming to India to study the market. When do we see Volga entering into a market like India and Africa and perhaps Latin America?
Well, if nothing else, Reggie, so India would be one of the top priorities. And again, we are looking forward to that. It's just a matter of, again, we need to, again, get a little back to normal, so to speak, whatever that new normal may be. But at the same time, yes, we are thinking, and we're thinking about growth and development and developing in new markets. You know, in this case, we may also want to talk about more. I mean, we'll be looking for ways how to strike new partnerships with airlines, with other partners around the world. And again, this is exactly what we're going to be looking for, partnering up with our existing or future customers or airlines, other airlines to the extent we can. Because again, we are not experts when it comes to Africa. We're not experts when it comes to India, but we're prepared. We're prepared to enter into those markets. And I think the most logical way for us to do so would be through some partnerships with some loyal customers on the ground. But it's all coming. It's all work in progress right now.
You did mention about e-commerce and the cross-border e-commerce shipments and the volume that is on the increase. How significant do you think will be the volumes coming from e-retail, e-commerce shipment in the mid to long term? And what is your assessment of the partnership that you have with Kaineo Network?
Great question. I think in terms of e-commerce, basically we see a lot of positive things. And one thing that we all need to recognize now, the world has changed. The world has changed. It's never going to be the same, apparently. The buying patterns of us, of our families have changed. And people may not be visiting those shopping malls at least not in the same manner anymore. So people will continue to buy more. People would want to see a quicker turnaround and faster delivery times. So in this case, again, it will continue to grow. And I think it will keep us busy. It will keep all the air cargo players very busy because we all see it works. We all see there is future. We all see that it's a reliable way of, again, developing trade between various countries. So it will keep us busy, and we welcome this opportunity. And the growth will be exponential. Like whatever we see already, whatever our partners or customers, other airlines have seen so far, it is an exponential growth. And I think it will continue to grow through other platforms that are adding to the existing pool of platforms, e-platforms, and whatever. We're prepared, by the way, to open up more to cooperation with, again, direct shippers, e-traders, other platforms. In this case, again, sky is the limit for us. So when we understand that they're all looking for solutions, they're all looking for dedicated access to airlift capacity, and this is what we are going to deliver. And in this case, to be honest, I wish we had more airplanes to meet all those growing demands.
Konstantin, just a quick word on your preparedness and your thoughts on vaccine transport, and not just to vaccines, but also things that are related to vaccine, also for the things that are meant for the manufacturing of vaccines. What are your expectations and what are your plans for 2021 and 2022?
We started doing it already back in 2020. And again, we moved production facilities around already. We moved, again, essential parts of those production facilities, by the way, using both 747s and Antonovs. And we are prepared. We're standing by in every possible way to use temperature-sensitive pharmaceuticals and vaccine. We're prepared to fly more production lines, production facilities, factories. I mean, whatever it takes, we're prepared to help those manufacturers with the first mile and last mile in various destinations. So back to your question, we're standing by 100%. I mean, we understand that there may be like a second wave in terms of requirements, trying to fly, reaching out to some exotic destinations, hard to reach destinations, and I think it is still coming. And for that, we should be able to provide a great service again without disappointing anyone. So we have a very good fleet for that purpose.
And my last question, what is your outlook for 2021 and how do you expect to close it in next 8 months?
We will continue to stay very busy. Again, my ultimate concern is how to keep all of our customers relatively happy, because again, two things that we worry and think about on a daily basis: how to maintain our good performance and how to make sure that our customers have as much access to our capacity as possible throughout the rest of this year. Because again, this year will be volatile in one sense, but it will also keep us very busy.
Konstantin, thank you so much for talking to us and giving us some valuable insights on the Volga-Dnepr group and its cargo supermarket value proposition.
Anytime, Reggie. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me today. Thank you.
That was Konstantin Vekshin, Chief Commercial Officer of Volga-Dnepr Group. Happy to see you here and thank you for watching our videos. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell icon now so that you do not miss any of our new videos. We'll see you next week with another episode. Keep well and be safe.